Righto then, quick update video for you today about the Dragon's Teeth DLC. Now if you read the title, I'm sure you're very excited to look at some of the weapons and gadgets that are supposedly going to be included in this DLC. Just a couple of things that I wanted to talk about very briefly before we move on. I have a copy of Battlefield 4 on the Xbox One sitting right next to me right now. This was given to me when the game was first released. It was a promotional copy that they used in like game stores and things like that, but it was still unboxed, so it's for me to give away really. I'm not going to use it because I don't have an Xbox One. So if you guys have got an Xbox One and you haven't got Battlefield 4, but you're watching my video, then you can win that if you want to. Just make sure you hit the like button today and leave a comment down below that's relevant to this video about the weapons and about the gadgets. Say which one's your favourite or something like that, and I'll pick a winner in my next video. Okay, so we'll start off with the gadgets. Now, the first one that we've had rumoured for a long time is the Ballistic Shield. Now, this is not so much actually going to be a gadget, it's going to be a primary weapon. It takes up the primary weapon slot in the support class in Battlefield 4 Dragon's Teeth. Of course, you will be able to use the Ballistic Shield in any of the expansion packs, but the rumour so far is this will only be available to the support class, and it kind of makes sense. In BF4, the support class is the class that can deal the most amount of suppression per bullet when you fire an automatic weapon. The sniper class isn't far behind, but without a doubt the support class is the one that you want to go for if you want to suppress your players. So it only makes sense for your enemy to have a ballistic shield so that he can move forward but still not take any damage from that, and hopefully have a few players that can sneak along behind him as well. So it kind of works as a counterbalance to that suppression. The rumour is that it's going to be a two-handed ballistic shield. Now, there are a couple of reasons why. Apparently the first one is the limitation of last generation consoles, where it couldn't handle having the ballistic shield and a secondary weapon at the same time. This is why it's a primary weapon. It's the only thing that you can hold while you're in that sort of stance with your primary weapon. You can't sort of pick up anything else in that same time period. You have to put it down and take your secondary out. You might think that that put you at a little bit of a disadvantage, but don't forget, there is the G18, the 93R, and also the Shorty 12G available to you as secondary, so as long as you've got a powerful one to back you up, or a fully automatic one for that matter, then you know that you're still going to stand a chance in gunfights once you've put that shield away. The next two gadgets, I suppose we could call them, are going to be remote-controlled vehicles, a bit like sort of RC cars kind of thing, but sort of not the same. So it looks like it's going to be an EOD bot with a gun on it, and then the other one is going to have a 40mm grenade launcher on it, which sounds massively cool, but we don't have much more of a description than that. All of this information has been taken from the game code that was recently added in a server update. A gentleman on the Synthic forums named Element of Progress has gone through all the code and managed to find this out for us. I'll link the forum post in the description so you can read it for yourself after the video if you want to. But yeah, remote control gadget sounds really cool. The only slight concern I have, and somebody voiced that on Twitter to me earlier today, is that I don't want the game to become reliant on all of these different extra things rather than the actual gunplay, which is what we're going for. It seems like all of these gadgets so far are drawing away from actual sort of interaction with players, which is a little bit annoying, but we'll have to see how it plays out. And of course, this is all rumours, so none of this is confirmed yet. And now, moving on to the weapons that could be included for Dragon's Teeth. So the first weapon that we can see here now is called the Bulldog. Now this is a fully automatic assault rifle firing at 700 rounds a minute, doing a maximum of 34 damage and a minimum of 25. So we're looking at a weapon here that's comparable to the Scar H. Now it looks very similar to a WA-2000 sniper system, but in fact it's not completely at all. It just looks very similar. You're going to like the next one. Desert Eagle? That sounds massively cool. 50 cal handgun? Whoa, that sounds amazing. A lot of people are probably going to draw conclusions to Call of Duty, but so many people asked for the Desert Eagle to be included in Battlefield 4 in the base game, and we didn't get one. I was a little bit disappointed because, frankly, the base game weapons are very similar to Battlefield 3's, but it would be really cool to see the Desert Eagle make it into Battlefield 4. Third weapon, it looks like we could be seeing another revolver added in this DLC and a second pistol here. It's nicknamed the Unica 6, but in real life it's the Mateba Auto revolver made in Italy. After the success of the SW40, I can see their thinking behind putting another revolver in, plus it bumps up the revolver count in comparison to the cartridge-fed pistols. I really liked the SW40, I liked the fact that there was no trigger delay, which is just so god-awful with the Rex and the Magnum. So it's really good to see the SW40 without that trigger delay, so we can only assume that this one is going to have exactly the same. The fourth weapon that could be in Dragon's Teeth is the MPX, which will be classed as a PDW, but in real life is an SMG, and it's made by SIG. And in this picture here, it looks very similar to the MP5K that we saw in Battlefield 3. Now, if this thing performs anything like the M5K did in Battlefield 3, I'll be an extremely happy guy. I absolutely love that weapon, especially in close quarters battles, because its hipfire is absolutely deadly. And that's a point right there. All these weapons so far seem to be leading towards a close quarters battle style. You've got the Walter 2000, which does massive damage at close range, 34 damage maximum. You've got the MPX, which is most likely going to be a fast firing PDW with good hipfire accuracy. You've got the Desert Eagle, which is absolutely going to devastate people at close range, and another revolver to add in with the high damage as well. Could we be looking at a close quarters style DLC here, mainly infantry combat in an urban location? Who knows? And the final weapon is the Cs5 Sniper Rifle made by Macmillan. Now, this sniper rifle fits perfectly well into Dragon's Teeth because if you go on the Macmillan website and you read the description at the top of their page, the Macmillan CS5 is designed for stealth and concealment in urban settings. Bang, there you go. That ties in with the artwork that we saw yesterday for Dragon's Teeth, looking like an urban setting. So we can pretty much confirm now that Dragon's Teeth is going to be urban combat. But that's about it for today's video, guys. I just wanted to keep you updated with all the latest Battlefield 4 news here on my channel. If you did like the video today, please make sure you hit the like button so other people can see this kind of information, because Dragon's Teeth is not far away now. And make sure you leave all your comments down below about what you think about all these new gadgets and weapons. But until next time, my name is Westy, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.